on campus. Um, we basically for the mental health aspect of their time here at Bowie State University. All of our services are free, they're confidential. Sessions or services are unlimited as long as you're a student here, part-time or full-time. So we have a counselor assigned for each classification, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, a case management counselor for finding any services, wraparound services that are needed off campus for students, and a licensed psychiatrist on a part-time basis for students who may need medication maintenance or additional counseling in their time here. So we accept walk-ins. You can call us. You can follow us on Twitter. Our main office line is 301-860-4169. You can follow us on Twitter at BSU_counseling, or contact us by email at counseling at bowiestate.edu. So just be aware that these are one of many support services that are available to you as students. If you ever feel in need of our services, please contact us.
Thank you very much. And I hope that you all make use of these services, whether you're dealing with stress or any other issues. Counseling is very important, and it'll help clear some of the fog so that you can move forward. At this time, we will, Dr. Mills is, as you had, cannot make it.
No, he's coming. I got to resend him the link.
Okay.
But we're going to go into the next one with this introduction of the faculty and students that are on the call.
All right, I'd like to start off with the introduction of the faculty, and then we can go to the students. I'd like to start off with our chair, Dr. Cook-Bell. If you could introduce yourself again, I'm sorry. And
Yes.
maybe your area of specialty and the fact that you have
Okay.
two books out.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm Dr. Cook-Bell, and I teach history, and my research areas are African-American women's history, the Civil War and Reconstruction, slavery. So if you are looking for an exciting opportunity to work with me on one of my research projects, contact me. I'm always looking for more students to become involved in my research.
Thank you. And I guess we're going to proceed alphabetically. Dr. Brown.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Dr. Brown. I teach women's studies and history in the Department of History and Government. That's about it today. It's been a long week.
She also, can you give them an area of specialization, research, something that you focus on that they may want to?
If I do that, they'll have the answer to the Jeopardy game. So.
Oh, okay. So we'll wait. Dr. Ara, you should have been first with the A. Dr. Ara.
Good afternoon. How's everyone?
We're fine.
Thank you. I'm Benjamin Ara, and I teach government, political science, and philosophy. My research interest areas include African politics, African philosophy, and recently I'm delving into business. So I'm working on a paper now. It's a sequel, second to the one I published in 2015. It's what they call corporate social responsibility. So I'll have it ready by this December. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dr. Cole.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all here. I'm Festus Cole, and I teach in the Department of History and Government. My specialty is on the First World War and its impact on Africa, with a special consideration on war and society, which opens up a new area in the history, well, in military history. My research area has extended as well to colonial Africa as well, and much more importantly, problems of nation building in African societies, especially after the attainment of independence.
Yeah.
I'm presently looking for a history major. Probably it would be to join me in a research area that I have just opened up. I'm collecting material already, collected extensive material already, so he or she who would team up with me would be in heaven. If you would be so inclined to join me, I have collected, I can assure you. I think I announced this in my class yesterday, and I'm trying to jolt your interest in it. So please come and join me in what I am doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Dr. Lewis, I see you've joined us. Could
Yeah.
you please introduce yourself to the students?
My name is William Lewis, a professor of government, and been around Bowie for a very long time. It's always a pleasure to meet students and to speak with them. I would encourage you to stay with us as history and government majors. The opportunities are there. The faculty is very sound, and I hope to meet most of you as time goes by.
Right. Dr. Sumanth Reddy. Dr. Reddy? Well, he may have had to.
Dr. Davidson, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Hi, colleagues. Hi, students. My name is Dr. Sumanth Reddy. I apologize for the background noise. I'm driving right now, but I'm the geography professor here at Bowie State. I've been here for about this is my 6th year now, so I'm really happy to be here. And when we get a chance, I think Dr. Brown will tell us a little more about geography because I'm driving later during the meeting. But in terms of geography, since we're minor, we offer several courses. A lot of them are offered online. My interests are mainly in the developing world, African countries, West Africa specifically, and also India. I conduct field work every couple of years. I also take students on study abroad trips. So I'm really glad that you guys are all geography majors, and hopefully we can get some geography minors as well. So I'll take my voice off. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, I'll introduce myself. I'm Dr. Roger Davidson. I'm a historian. I'm an associate professor of history. My areas of specialization have to do with diplomatic and military history. I take a look at African Americans in military history and U.S. foreign policy with Africa. One thing I have in common with Dr. Cole is that in studying military history, as well as Dr. Cook-Bell, I look at war and society, the impact of war on society, the people who fought it, and how it impacted their lives and their families. So if you're interested in any of that, please come and see me. We generally keep our doors open. Right now, I'm not on campus, but you can always shoot an email, rdavidson@bowiestate.edu. At this point,
You need to introduce Dr. Walker, your co-host.
oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Walker. Dr. Walker, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Dr. Davidson, how
All right.
are you?
I'm fine.
I hope everyone is doing well, and it's nice to see all of the faces here, both my colleagues as well as our new and returning students. My name is Carmen Walker, Dr. Walker. I'm Associate Professor of Government here in the History and Government Department. I teach classes everywhere from everything from international relations to research methods, public policy, and one of my favorite courses is Women in Politics, which is one of my areas of research interest. So right now I am not actively on campus. However, you can find me via email at cwalker@bowiestate.edu. I do keep regular office hours, and I'm available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9:30 to 1:30. But also, sometimes I have to meet with folks outside of those hours. So I'm always here to discuss any issues that you may have as they relate to government. I'm also the pre-law advisor. So if you are interested in pursuing careers in law, whether it be something in the lines of law school or paralegal careers, please see me. I would love to talk to you. We have opportunities in terms of pre-law preparation activities that are taking place. Everything from in October, we're planning October 16th, we're planning an LSAT study skills and test prep activity. We also have representatives from different organizations, including University of Maryland, Seton Hall, Access Lex, different organizations that will be meeting with us to talk about pre-law opportunities, whether they be summer skill building opportunities or just preparation and forums to get you ready for the LSAT and for your future in law school. Everyone mentioned their research interest, and mine is Black women in politics. I have a long-time project that I've been working on, and that is dealing with a welfare rights organization in Detroit, Detroit West Side Mothers. And the founder of that organization, Ms. Selma Good, who is 98 years old and still kicking. That is my particular research project right now. Some other small things, but I'll stop right there, and nice to meet everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. Are there any faculty members that I may have missed?
Dr. Mills.
Is Dr. Mills on now? Dr. Mills?
Hi, greetings.
Hey, Dr. Mills.
Uh,
We're just
welcome-
doing an introduction right now.
Sure, welcome to everybody. And I teach philosophy at Bowie State. Been here since 1996 and enjoy what I'm doing. And I trust that students really can benefit from the variety of courses that we offer in the department. I look forward to talking to you about the philosophy minor in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dr. Mills. At this time, I would just like students to sort of come in and introduce themselves. Let's see let's start off with Mr. Carney. Cameron Carney.
Hello, Professor. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I'm in the space. I don't know.
Give us your name and we know your history in government, but whether you're a major or minor, what you're specializing in, and you know what your interest, scholarly interests are, and in your year.
Okay. My major is history and government, and my interests are I love history for one. My main interest, I love history, African American history, in African history. I'm actually in Dr. Davis's class and Dr. Cole's class, as well as Dr. Bell's class as well, Karen Bell. I've always loved history, and
okay.
It's my first semester on that. Yep. Is that all right, Professor?
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Daly, would you like to give us a brief introduction of, who you are and what your major is?
Sure thing. My name's Justin Daly. I'm a history and education major, secondary education, and that's about it. I just want to say how amazing all the teachers in the history department and at Bowie State in general are. It's just wonderful having you all to help.
All right, thank you. Miss Moon Brinson.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Kalea, but you can call me Moon. I chose history and government because I'm really interested in Pan-African studies and African-American history in general. And I also would like to go into politics. So I just figured this would be a good track. And I'm trying to decide right now if I would like to go the pre-law route.
Well, yeah, we have a good person for you when you want to, if you make that move.
I will
Thank
be
you
in
very
touch
much.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
Armani Jackson.
Hello, everybody. My name is Armani. I am a current senior. I am a government major, and I don't have like a minor, but my research interests are criminal justice and like women in politics. I'm still trying to figure out what all of my research interests are, but yeah, so.
Thank you. Danielle Tolliver.
Hello, everyone. I am Danielle Tolliver. I am an older student. I was a teen mom and went straight into the workforce after high school. My son graduated college. I am super proud of him. And I have worked my way up the GS scale. I am currently a management analyst with the federal government, 1213. And I was actually Employee of the Year 2020 for my agency. And it took a lot for me to come back to school for my personal reasons, but I am super excited to be here with you guys.
Well, congratulations, and we're glad to have you. Glad you're here. Are you
Thank
on the
you.
history of government side, did you say?
I work for the federal government. I am a management analyst.
I mean-
Yes, I am history and government. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right. I keep getting Jasmine's name wrong, but is it Bond, your last name?
It's Bonds.
Thank you. Bonds. Could you
Okay,
introduce yourself?
yes, good afternoon. My name is Jasmine Bonds. My major is history and have a minor in government. I'm currently a senior, and my research interests are in African American history, as well as imperialism in Africa, which I took both courses with Dr. Cole, and I really, really enjoyed. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like taking a couple of courses with Dr. Cole. He's pretty good. Thank you so much. Camilla, I hope I can pronounce your name right. Palacios.
Yes, that's right. I'm a freshman and I'm majoring in government. Similar to Ms. Walker, I also am very interested in women in politics.
Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to Bowie State. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Marcusero?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, sorry, my name's kind of. One second.
We can hear you. It's Marcus.
There we go.
It's
Okay.
Marcus Suero.
Marcus Suero.
My
I
name's
didn't
joined
I
in
thought
this.
it
I
was
don't know why. But yeah, I'm a history major. I'm a senior. I am concentrating in historical management. And my research interest, I guess, would be military history, as well as imperialism. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Well, Dr. Cole and I both need to meet with you. I'd love to soon. I see is Petra. Could you introduce yourself? Oh. Okay, then we'll go to Rachel Rutherford.
Good afternoon. My name's Rachel. I am double majoring in both government and biology. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to go the pre-law track or if I want to pursue an education in the medical field.
And what year are you again?
A freshman. I'm a freshman.
Welcome to Bowie. Thank you. Rondez Green. Rondez Green.
Hi, are you able to hear me okay? Nope.
You may have to turn your phone off or your computer off. You're going to get reverb.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Okay, we should be fine now.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Rondez. I am a commuting student from Baltimore, and I am studying, I'm a general history major in the history and government program.
Okay, and what year are you in?
I'm in what looks to be my last year of studies.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Mr. Green. I hope to be crying at your, I always cry at the graduations. I'm so happy when you guys walk. New life.
Great, thank you.
All right. Tamir Jacobs.
Hello, everyone. I am Tamir Jacobs. I'm a junior and I'm a general history major, and I'm hoping to stay at Bowie to receive my master's in teaching.
Woo, I love it. And what year you in now?
I'm a junior.
A junior, hardworking junior too, from what I understand. Thank you. Teresa Ferrante.
Hi, everyone. I'm Teresa Ferrante. I transferred in this year as a junior. Prior to that, like one of the other folks that talked, I was a teen mom. I was also a class action litigator for many years doing civil rights law. And I am a history major. I'm loving this. Based on what I'm learning and the different stories people make up to excuse their bad behavior, I think I have an interest in learning more about history as myth.
I see, I hear you. Well, so thank you, Ms. Ferrante. Welcome to Bowie State. I'm glad you're liking it. I like having you in class, actually.
Thank you.
All right, it seems, have I missed anyone? Well, if I haven't, I will turn it over to now to Dr. Walker, so she can move forward.
Dr. Davidson, Bianca, did you mention Bianca Moore?
No, I was asking if there was someone that was there that I missed.
Yeah, I think that's Petra. She just posted something in the chat. She's a freshman majoring in government. I don't know if she's able to talk.
Okay, because I saw that she was signing in 2 places.
Okay.
Welcome, and I'm glad you're here. You know, even though you're in government, it's always good to be in history and government.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get to see you.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Walker.
Thank you, Dr. Davidson. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to have a little bit of fun and play a game. How well do you know your professors? I thought about, well, not me, we thought about placing everyone in teams. But it looks like we have, it looks like there's a majority history, there are a majority of history majors. So we're just going to throw the questions out. And we'll throw the questions out and see who can answer the questions. So just raise your hand. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand, or place your hand up in the chat, or just shout out if you have the answer. Okay, and I hope that's okay with everyone.
Dr. Walker?
Yes.
Can we have the students just like pick a category? Like, let's have Mr. Green start, and maybe he'll just say like category A for $200, and then we'll do the question, and then anybody can answer.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yes, the students, let's see, we'll ask you to, I can't see everybody. Let me, I think I need to fix my screen here. Okay. So we'll ask the students to call on you, or if you want to volunteer, we'll ask you to select a category, and we'll read the prompt, and you have to guess who that professor is. But this is Jeopardy, so you have to place your response in the form of a question. Okay, so your response has to come in the form of a question. So who wants to go first? And since I have names, I might call on some folks.
I'm sure Mr. Green wants to go first.
Okay, Rondez.
I guess I've been volunteered. I'll do it. So you
Okay.
need something in the form of a question, is that right?
No, just pick a category and a number.
Pick a category, but
Okay.
your response has to be in the form of a question.
So you're saying I could pick like category A for $500?
There you go.
Yep. Which professor was a Civil War reenactor? This led to the decision to go to graduate school.
Oh. And I'm supposed to answer this one.
In the form of
Okay.
a question.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Brown, we need the game show music.
Can't do that today. I'm sorry. Mr. Daly, I think, wants to help Mr. Green out, though.
Yeah, please do.
Was it Dr. Davidson?
In the form of a question.
Who is Dr. Davidson?
Let's see here. Yes, very good. Excellent.
I can
excellent,
go,
excellent.
woo, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So, Mr. Daly.
Let's have him choose.
Category B, 300.
This professor seriously thought about attending seminary and becoming a priest.
Who is Dr. Cole?
Somebody's laughing. Let's see what the correct answer is.
Oh, sorry. I pushed the wrong button. There we go.
Who is Dr. Ara? Surprise? Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Who would like to go? Who would like to go next? Let's see.
What about Miss Ferrante?
Yes.
Thank you. Category C for 100, please.
All right. This professor speaks fluent Spanish.
Who is Dr. Cole?
They really like you, Dr. Cole.
Yes. The correct answer is who is Dr. Mills? But we see that Dr. Cole is very popular here. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Ms. Rutherford? Or let's see. Ms. Rutherford, would you like to pick the next category and respond?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do category A for 100, please?
Okay. This professor witnessed the 1968 Baltimore riots.
I'm gonna go with what is Dr. Lewis?
Let's see, the correct answer, who is Dr. Byrd? And Dr. Byrd is one of our philosophers, one of the other philosophers in our department. Yes, and he loves to talk about Black Panthers and his experience during this time. So if you ever get a chance, corner him and ask him about this, about the 68 Baltimore riots. Okay, let's see. I think we have time for a couple of more questions. So let's see. Tamir, would you like to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll do category B for 200.
B for 200. Oh, wow. Okay. This professor witnessed the Washington, D.C. riots.
It's not Dr. Byrd.
Who is Dr. Brown?
No, you think I'm that old? Oh my God. I wasn't
Oh,
even
wow.
born. I wasn't born. I'm gonna have to fail you, Miss Jacobs.
Well, the correct answer is who is Dr. Lewis? Dr. Lewis. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Camilla? I'm not giving anyone a chance to volunteer. Is Camilla here? Is she still here? No? Let's maybe do one more, Dr. Brown, and we'll stop. Maybe we'll stop there.
Well, we'll just go through them quickly then. So for this one.
This professor has an award-winning book on Georgia. Who is Dr. Cookdale? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. This professor booked, yes, she did. This professor booked an airline ticket to run away from home at the age of 13. Yes, I did. That would be Dr. Walker. Who is Dr. Walker?
That's funny.
This professor was almost expelled from college weeks before graduation for protesting. Who is Dr. Miller? This professor performs with his own funk band.
Dr.
Wait. Cameron, did you say something?
Oh yeah, I said so. I shouted it out real fast because I had to just go ahead and shout it out because I thought it was Professor Davidson because he told me he was in the go-go band back in the day. I didn't know if he was still active. I didn't know if he was still playing. I had to shout it out.
Well, both Dr. Reed and I were percussionists. He was in the funk band. I was in the go-go band.
Oh, that's right. He said that's right. They didn't say funk band, right? I was the wrong. My bad, Dr. Davidson.
Hey, not a problem.
I was close.
We still got to get him to play. Let's see. This professor was an avid piano player. Wow. Who is Dr. Robertson? Now, I didn't know that. Wow. This professor studies diseases during World War I, WW1. Who is Dr. Cole? And hopefully Dr. Cole will be able to talk to us more about that. He does study viral diseases. Yes, he does. This professor is an expert on John Dewey. Who is Dr. Shook? This professor loves fried chicken and camping. Who is Dr. Reddy? This professor had aspirations to go on tour with Janet Jackson.
That's Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown.
I was going to say that one too.
Yes.
It has to be her.
Part of the Rhythm Nation tour. This professor is a former choir director. Last one. Who is Dr. Jackson? I did not know that. Wow. So we hope with this game, you get a little insight into who your professors are. And we're going to spice this up because I think the doctors are thinking about how we can do Jeopardy with the students as well, so we can get to know you a little bit more as well. So stay tuned for the next orientation, okay? And with that, I am going to turn it back over to my esteemed colleague, Dr. Davison. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Walker. That was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to transition and have Drs. Arah and Lewis give us a brief presentation on the handbook and review of our academic programs. Drs. Arah and Lewis.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. I will give a an overview of the programs that we offer by stating that when you study history and government, it gives you an opportunity to gain a broad understanding of the complex historical, social, economic, and political forces within our society. In the department, we offer the Bachelor of Arts degree in government and history. And then we also offer the Bachelor of Science degree. The Bachelor of Science degree requires the student to complete 12 credit hours of a foreign language. So you have a choice. You either go into history concentration or into government concentration. But then we have tracks. General history, and the tracks will include African history, European history, and US history. And then we have on the government side, we also have tracks in American government, comparative international politics, political philosophy, and pre-law. Also, another concentration would be history, social studies, education. That is for those persons who wish to teach history at the secondary level. Certainly, we also have women's studies. That's another area of interest in the department. In both concentrations, that's history and government, you are required to take some core courses. In the interest of time, I will not list all of them. It's about 18 of these core courses that all students must complete. And then after that, you can branch off to your concentration of interest, either in history or in government. We do have some other minors. I think you can go into philosophy. I think, Dr. Ra, did I miss out any minors?
Geography.
Geography.
Pan-Africanism.
And Pan-Africanism.
Yeah.
So those are other minors that you can, of interest. We
also have a minor in history and minor in government.
Minor in history and minor in government.
Yeah.
Correct.
And international studies.
Yes. Okay. Essentially, that's a brief overview of our programs.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Doctors Ara and Lewis. We're supposed to go with the importance of advising with Dr. Sammy Miller. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here with us today.
I can do it. I can do it. Also, but before I do it, Dr. Ra, did you want to say anything about the handbook? I know we're not, a lot of people aren't on campus, but there is a handbook that you composed. Did you want to say something about it?
Yeah, the department has a student handbook, and the student handbook has the basic information that students need in terms of selecting their classes, in terms of policy and procedures and all that. So we're currently revising, updating our student handbook, and hopefully we'll have it ready by January. And usually it will be for 4 years. So you have it from 2022 to about 2026. And when it comes out, we encourage you to have it because it provides you with the basic information that you need. Yeah, and also lists the classes and probably also tries to answer some questions. Okay.
Okay, I'm acting as Dr. Miller now. So advising is extremely important. Even if you are a freshman or a sophomore, we really advise you to have a department advisor as well as an advisor in the academic center. And that's just because, you know, every department has their own peculiarities and requirements and things like that. And your department advisor is the best person to be able to steer you through the program. So even if you are in your freshman or sophomore year and you're going over to the advisement center to be advised, please bring that program, your program of study back to the department and speak with one of us in whatever area is of interest to you, whether it is general history, history education, which Dr. Reed typically advises, general government, if it's a minor, philosophy, pre-law, women's studies, geography, etc. Please come back to the department and speak with one of us so that we can make sure that you're on track to graduate in a timely fashion. Thank you.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Davison,
Yes, sir.
may I add something to that, what Dr. Brown just said?
Please.
I think it's also very important that the student knows his or her degree requirements, and that would also suggest that they check their transcripts each semester to make sure that courses taken are correctly recorded.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you all take that to heart, because the one thing that can hold up graduation is not seeking proper advisement. And I've seen it time and time and time again. Okay.
Just one thing.
So-
So Dr. Ara needs for Ms. Palacios, who was it, Ms. Rutherford?
Right.
And
Ms. Moore.
who else?
Yeah, Ms. Moore.
Okay, to send him an email. And before I forget, also, if you are not on the department listserv, please shoot me an email with a cell phone number or an email address so that I can put you on the department listserv, because that's how we get information, like for Dr. Walker with the LSAT prep and things like that. We put it out. We put it out on the listserv. We also have Twitter and Facebook, and we'll be posting this on our YouTube page.
Right.
It's almost
Thank
coming
you.
to the 21st century, just about.
At this time, we'll have remarks from a current student, someone who's in the department. And I see we have Miss Armani Jackson. If you could give a few remarks, please.
Hi, everybody. So I guess my experience with the department. So I was a transfer back in 2018. Yeah, I was transferring from a freshman to a sophomore to Bowie. So I've been here for about 2.5 years. With my experience, I've definitely experienced great help from all of the professors. Advisory was very well. Also, they made sure that when it came down to making sure that I was fulfilling my credits, my requirements for my degree. Also, there's a lot of opportunities out there for like internships and jobs. I know Dr. Brown is always on it with it, because she always sends it out as like a text or reminder. So with that, it's definitely been helpful. Also, I would say a lot of the classes are pretty easy, and well, at least for me, I feel the professors are very helpful when it comes to just like making sure if we don't understand something, they're very open to talking to the students and clarifying if there's any confusion, as well as just opportunities in general. I received a recommendation from Dr. Robinson for a fellowship this past summer. I was in his research methods class last semester. And he recommended me to the dean to do a fellowship with the University of Maryland. And I was able to work with a cohort on a project called enslaved.org. So with those things, I would say that, always try to stay on top of your works, because it does matter. Professors are looking at your grades, your GPA, and the effort that you put into your classwork, because it does pay off, and you never know who's watching you. So.
And we just want to thank Armani, because just like she said, we send out a lot of information about a lot of opportunities, and you'd be surprised how many of you all do not take advantage of those. And as she said, she had a very good experience with the fellowship that she did at University of Maryland this past summer. So please take advantage of these opportunities that we provide you. I mean, you don't have to do everything, but it does enhance your undergraduate career, and it also can give you opportunities in graduate school and make you very competitive for scholarship money, and look great on a resume.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Jackson.
Dr. Davidson, I'm just going to pull up the PowerPoint so
All
that
right.
Dr. Mills, I'm going to just fast forward it to the place where Dr. Mills can talk about philosophy and mention the new area of interest of religion. If you could just give me 1 second, Dr. Mills, let me just go forward. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Can everybody see that?
No.
Hello?
Not yet.
Okay,
It's
okay. Sorry,
It's not up yet.
it's not up yet? Oh, hold on a second. What is going on? Okay, let me go back to share screen. Maybe I didn't do that. It's probably what I didn't do. And there. Now can we see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. My apologies. It's been a long week. Okay, from current slide. There we go. Sorry.
Well, thank you, Dr. Brown. Before I talk about the philosophy minor, I'm very impressed by some of the comments of the students when introducing themselves. So I just wanted to address 2 of the comments. One is several students said they were interested in studying imperialism, in some cases in relation to Pan-Africanism. And so this is a real interesting topic today, because if during the last century, there was a lot of discussion about what is the relation between imperialism and post-colonialism, and authors such as Frantz Fanon. Today, one of the big questions for those studying imperialism is, what's the relation between imperialism and multipolarity? The idea that we've already moved into a multipolar world where there are different poles of power, such as Russia, China, India, Latin America, and United States. And it appears the United States has military hegemony, but not ideological or economic. So that's a real interesting topic that several students, I think, will find that our department's a good place to study this issue in all the areas that we offer. The other, one student mentioned that she's interested in history, and sometimes history as myth. And again, over the last 20, 30 years, there's been a lot of discussion about the myth of modernity. The myth of modernity is that Europe is the cutting edge of world history. It's the realization of an absolute spirit, and that it has somehow a divine right to impose its hegemony on all the world. And so we see the different faces of modernity and its civilizing mission in Latin America. I put that in quotes, of course, and in the white supremacy that it imposes even up until today in different forms. So the myth of modernity, the student who mentioned this, let me see, where are you? Which student mentioned history as myth?
That was Miss Ferrante.
Ms. Ferrante, yeah. Again, I think our department is going to be a great place for discussion about that with all the great history and government faculty. So as far as the philosophy minor goes, what is philosophical education all about? Well, it raises questions about what is education? In other words, what ought to be education? And we go back to Plato, the famous allegory of the cave, where Plato argues, using this allegory, that many of us start out laboring under illusions. We sort of buy into the status quo or whatever the sound bites we get. Of course, Plato didn't have television, but I'm just updating it. And so Plato thinks we start out in this cave of illusions, and we have the possibility of working ourselves up into the light, but that it's a difficult process, that it's actually could be a painful and anxiety-producing process to realize that some of what we believed before isn't actually the case. So philosophy is dedicated to trying to attain a critical perspective on oneself and the world. And it covers a variety of disciplines. You have philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, philosophy of language, and it goes on and on. But for me, probably the most practical part of philosophy is ethics. And I find students end up getting very engaged in discussions about ethics, because there we raise the question, what is a complete human life? An important question, since we're all living out our lives. What is a complete human life? And under circumstances where we have moral conflict, what's a standard we can look for, if there is any, to find in ourselves the right thing to do? So ethics is a very practical part of philosophy that I think all students can get engaged in. So as far as attaining the philosophy minor, which I think is a big plus for any discipline, especially those going to graduate school, is 15 credits in philosophy. And we're going to add philosophy and religion as soon as possible. Dr. Brown is helping me in this process of updating the philosophy minor. But it basically involves the required course of introduction to philosophy and also logic. And then you have a choice of 9 credits to pick from any of the philosophy and religion courses that you would like. So I do encourage students to take a look at the philosophy minor. We have to reactivate the philosophy club where we can have some of these great discussions. And I trust you would find it fulfilling to engage in this sort of discussion. And I'm open to any questions. And again, welcome all of you.
Hey, are there any questions? Well, if there aren't any, I guess we can, for the sake of time, move forward. At this time, Dr. Brown will discuss minors, department minors, and the awards.
Okay, so I'm going to be as brief as possible. So we have Phi Sigma Alpha, which is the National Political Science Honor Society. We typically have an induction for this honor society in the spring semester. And students can contact Drs. Ara and Dr. Lewis about the requirements to seek admission to Phi Sigma Alpha. We also have Phi Alpha Theta, and this is the Professional History Honor Society. We also have this induction in the spring, typically doing our Honors Day ceremony. In Phi Alpha Theta, we go to the Mid-Atlantic Regional Conference, and we encourage students to present papers, and you do not have to be a history major to be a member of Phi Alpha Theta. We extend the invitations for membership in Phi Alpha Theta. I keep an eye on all those GPAs and how many history classes that you have, and also get recommendations from your professors. Okay, I already said that. We also have the Women's Studies minor here in the Department of History and Government. And as you see, it provides an interdisciplinary approach to the study and analysis of the intersection of race, gender, and class in women's lives. It is not man-hating 101 at all, like I hear on occasion. It's very simple to pick up a women's studies minor if you're interested. And it can enhance a degree in history, government, or another major on campus if you would like. Also, we have historical management and preservation. Mr. Suero is one of our minors in this, and this is for people who are interested in a public history career, such as if you want to be an archivist, a records manager, a curator, a librarian, and historical management has benefit in both the public and private sectors, and it's also good training for the larger job market. One of the big parts of our historical management and minor and preservation minor is the fact that you get practical experience in the area that you choose. So this would be like if you wanted to do an internship in an archive or for an agency or in a museum. We try to place you in one of those areas. We also have the Pre-Law Society. Please see Dr. Walker for that. She also has an announcement to make about LSAT training and something else with the State Department, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but she'll make that announcement. Also, if you're interested in being a pre-law minor, you should also see her as well. As Dr. Ra and Dr. Lewis mentioned earlier, we have Pan-African Studies. Dr. Mills mentioned the Philosophy Club, and Dr. Reddy is who you want to see if you want to be a geography minor. And let me just say, picking up a geography minor, especially where we are located here in federal government central, as well as state government central, a geography minor makes you that much more employable. I know that that's not, very articulate, but you can get a job, okay, with the geography minor and with training in geography, especially if it's coupled with a major in government or history. And geography is very important to a lot of different agencies, and then just for educational purposes to understand about other cultures and where and how people live. Okay, as I already mentioned, we have the Pre-Law Minor and the Pre-Law Society, and Dr. Walker is doing a phenomenal job with that. And let me say this, her students go to law school, okay? She helps to train you and to prep you to get very high scores on those LSATs, which also help you be very competitive with scholarship money. As Dr. Mills already mentioned, we have the Philosophy Minor and the Philosophy Club, and we hope to expand that into the Religion Minor as well. We have the History and Government Club. We had it, it's a little defunct now. We're hoping to be able to bring that back, and hopefully some of the students on this call will be interested in doing something to help do that. And I think I just went into Dr. Davidson's and Dr. Ra's part. So let me stop there and let them take over. I apologize. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute, Dr. Davidson.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. You did cover that. And for the most part, Dr. Ra had to leave and go to class.
Okay, well then this is you.
One other thing I was going to mention is that we're attempting to start a branch of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Is to be named after someone who can be credited as a founder of our department, Dr. Martha Putney. You see her photograph to your lower right. Dynamic scholar who did military and maritime history. I actually had a chance to meet her on a few occasions, and I worked on a project with her. Very awesome scholar, small in stature, large in personality. So we're looking to start this branch of the association located on Bowie's campus with members from the community, so we can keep things going. And I guess I'll be in contact with people about that later. All the other honor societies, philosophy clubs, and other things have been mentioned. So at this time, I'd like to open up the floor to the students to see if you have any questions. Well, there's a question and answer period. And that could be questions for the professors or about the department or anything.
Hi, it's Rondez. I wanted to ask you about ASALH. You were mentioning that you're looking to have a Bowie group set up. Could you tell me more about that?
Well, right now we're in the process of working with the ASALH and finding student interest. If you could shoot me an email, or I'll try to remember your name, but Mr. Green, send me an email at rdavidson@bowiestate.edu saying you're interested. We have to get enough people to cover the officers. So I would need about 4 or 5 officers and about 5 to 10 members. Right now, I'm working not only with getting students from Bowie, and COVID sort of interfered with that, but I'm working with with local churches and organizations like Veterans of Foreign Wars. This is not so much a military branch, but I find that in those groups, there are a lot of people who are interested in history. So the churches, various other community organizations, and also activists who may want to be a part of this, because this is not, you don't have to be a history major. You don't have to be a professional historian. You have to just love history and the study of history, primarily African-American, Afro-Caribbean history. And so it's not just for Blacks, about Blacks in America. So hopefully, and there is a journal that they publish. I believe, I don't know what the student dues are at this point, but I believe for those who are non-students is $75. And is it, Dr. Brown, $50 for students?
I don't even know if it's that much.
Yeah, it's
I've
less
been
than that.
Yeah,
Is-
I think it's
okay.
less than that. But I do want to
So-
say, Mr. Green, we've taken students to the conference in the past, and we've also been able to take them to the annual lunch, and this was pre-COVID.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be able to do that again in the future.
And
Great, thank you.
you'll get to meet plenty of authors at these conferences, people who've written the books that you've read. It also provides a bit of an outlet for you to present. You can present at the conferences, and you get to network with people depending upon your interest. I really can't say, I don't want to go on and on and on, but I really enjoy ASALH. And when we go, we have a school reunion of all of the Howard historians over the generations. Any other questions, or did I completely answer your question, Mr. Green?
Yes, great, thank you.
So should we all send you an email if we're interested?
Please do. Thank you. Please send me an email. And that way I can compile names and we can try to get this thing rolling again. COVID, like I said, interrupted things. I'm still in touch with ASALH. We just had a conference in which I participated, but we're really looking to get this branch started. And even when you leave, as you graduate, you can still pay dues to the branch, be a part of the branch, because though I want it to be something that centers on students, it won't be totally students. There will be the community.
Is there an age limit on it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I'm 60 years old.
Okay. Because
So
I
it's
know
not, like I
with
said,
the-
it's not a student organization, but it will be an organization based on campus.
Okay, because I know like with NCNW, like with on campus, you have to be like 25 and under. So I just want to make sure.
And under, no. You can be
Okay.
18, 19. We have high school members
Okay, great.
in
Thank you.
ASALH.
Any other questions that you all don't have any questions about your programs of study? Well, let me say this. So please listen to your advisors, okay? When they map out your course for graduation. We tell you to take things in certain semesters on purpose because sometimes things are only offered in certain semesters. And we understand, because we've been here for a really long time, when classes conflict with other classes. So we know that the people, we give you several choices of classes to take, and then sometimes students may get frustrated and they're saying, oh, well, this class isn't open, so let me just go ahead and take some other class. Just contact your advisor because, sometimes we can secure a permission code or something along that route, especially if you need that class to graduate and we only offer it in certain semesters. I know people like to strike it out on their own, but unless you want to be here for a really long time, we'd love to have you.
Dr.
But
Brown
we-
has helped me out immensely.
But we know that, we are only supposed to have you for a few years. So we do like you to go ahead and graduate and then go spread your wings.
I'd like to say one last thing. There are professors, and I believe Dr. Cook-Bell, Dr. Cole stated that they want people to come work with them on their research. Please take advantage of that. Both of them, that's something you can put on your resume, on your curriculum vitae, and they both have connections with people in the field. So when you go on to go and become a practicing historian, they can work with you. We have 3 former public historians well, they're still public historians in the in the department, or two really, and that's Dr. Cook-Bell and Dr. Brown. Both are public historians. They were in the field.
Dr. Davidson, I want to add that one of the students on the call, Camilla Palace, I believe is her name, her sister, Catherine, is a history major, and she's working with me on a Surrey funded project on Black women's history. She's going to be transcribing some records for me from the New Orleans hospital, the Coeur d'Afrique Hospital, and that was established during the Civil War. And yeah, she's going to be transcribing some records for me this semester as part of the semester undergraduate research initiative. So.
Wow, that's awesome. Guys, y'all understand that is some great experience to have under your belt. Thank you, Dr. Cook-Bell.
Mr. Daly has his hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Daly.
Yeah. So what exactly entails with the research for Dr. Cole and Dr. Cook-Bell?
Well, you can see, you'd have to contact them to see exactly what they would need and what they would want. If they have grant money, if this is volunteer time, either way, it will work to your benefit. I have published by working with professors, and I had a student who worked with me on a Civil War project. He would come from Baltimore, and we would do research during the summer. He'd come down 3 times a week. His first publication is on military history. He now has a PhD and is an archivist at Howard University. You may see him. He also teaches for us every now and again. His name is Lopez Matthews.
Dr. Cole wanted to give Mr. Daly, I think, some specific information.
Well, I mean, it's got to do specifically with, as I did mention, problems of nation building with regards to the military coup that just took place in Guinea in West Africa here. I want to do a comparative study as well with our own projected insurrection of January 6 here, to see to what extent, for instance, African nations are, as it were, imitating the Western world. I have, as I did say, collected sufficient material, so to speak, and continuing to collect material as well. So we would be on a wonderful platform. And it's not just, for instance, a collaborative work. It's going to be a collaborative work with anybody who wishes to work with me with intentions to publish. That's what I mean.
All right, Dr. Cole, I'm probably going to send you an email to get more information. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Are there any other questions?
Professor, I noticed that the African American History Museum has a exhibit on Reconstruction. Have any of you been, or any insights?
I think all of us have been. I don't, you know, it's so, the exhibits are so massive and it took so long. I may have missed that part of it. Anybody remember the part on Reconstruction?
Yes, I do. It's a very good presentation and exhibit. So I encourage, if you haven't visited the National Museum of African American History, you know, they're open, you know, make time to do so. It's a phenomenal experience.
It is.
Yeah, you typically have to go back more than once.
Yes, exactly. It takes a while to cover it. I think I skipped over more major portions, even though I'm a military historian. I skipped over some of the Civil War because I went straight to the portrait with Go-Go. And that's a terrible thing. As a native Washingtonian, they had an exhibit on Go-Go. I was like, I have to see it. So I'm gonna have to go back. So, you know, feel free to contact the professors. I mean, we're friendly people, as you can see from the icebreaker. We're real folk, and we were you. So, if you have any questions, you can find our emails on the website. If you go to Bowie State's website, you'll find the department, and you know, contact us if you need us.
Dr. Walker, did you have an announcement? Still there?
Yes, I forgot. Let me share, we do have a fellowship opportunity and an information session scheduled next week regarding the opportunity. Let me pull up the, hopefully everyone can see this. We are partnering, this spring, we'll be partnering with the Center for Strategic and International Studies to offer a semester-long internship opportunity. If you are interested in developing and in expanding your knowledge on foreign policy, public policy in general, if you want to enhance and build your leadership skills, networking skills, writing and critical thinking, this is a wonderful opportunity for you. Again, it flows along with our semester, our academic semester, so it'll begin. When our classes begin, you will have to enroll in our foreign policy, our government foreign policy course. You also have to apply and be accepted into this fellowship program. But we are offering we're holding our first information session next Wednesday, October 6th. It'll be a Zoom discussion to answer any questions that you may have about this opportunity and provide a little more detail so you have an opportunity to see some of the topics and activities that are that we have scheduled as part of this fellowship. Again, the information session is October 6th, 12 noon until 1 p.m. and it will be held via Zoom. And we'll send this information out to you. But if you have more questions regarding this experience, if you have more questions, or if you want me to specifically send this to you, in addition to us sending it out through the department, please reach out to me at cwalker@bowiestate.edu. But this really is a wonderful opportunity that, that we have here. This will be the first time that we have partnered with this think tank. And I'm really excited about this. And I really do feel that for those of you who are accepted into this fellowship program and you experience this opportunity, it is going to shape the trajectory of your academic and professional career. So that's it.
All right, thank you. Dr. Brown.
I am through. I think we've given them a whole lot of information. I just hope that they take advantage of it.
All right. Dr. Cook-Bell, anything that you'd like to leave us with as chair? You're on mute.
Okay. Just for our majors and minors to take advantage of all of the information that's been presented and to reach out to your professors for additional information that you need or want regarding what we've covered today. And to, in your classes, you know, to really dedicate yourself to the major that you've chosen, as well as your minor, and use your faculty as an important resource that will guide you and help you, you know, in your matriculation here at Bowie State University.
All right, well, thank you everyone for coming. I'm looking forward to interacting more with the students. I have to say I miss dearly my colleagues. So hopefully everybody will get together soon in the future. Otherwise, enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you all so much. You've been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all
Have a
very
good
much.
evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
All your
you.
information.